god, what if we run down the stairs? What if we run down the stairs? Hang on. Oh my god, they go crazy when you run down the stairs. Oh, right, guys. Hang on.
When a mariachi band suddenly appears, what percentage of people are more annoyed than anything else?
Oh, no. That way. We're going 100%.
Higher or lower?
The only people not annoyed are the band. All right. These birds just attack. Oh fuck me! Fuck off! Oh god! Oh no! Yes! He didn't see me. He didn't see me. I can guarantee he has no clue where I am. That's right. We've got some cover now. We're all right. We're all right. Oh fuck me! We're not all right. We're not all right. Hi guys. Don't mind me. I'm just minding my own business. You do what you're doing. You do you. I'm just passing through. Do you reckon she's cosplaying as little Georgie from It? Because she's got the yellow raincoat on, and he's made her a little boat. He's like, go play by the storm drain. I'm sure there's no naughty clowns down there. Go, just have a good look. Put your hand right in there. A D? Oh. I didn't want the D, guys. Yes! Oh, I'm so smart! I'm so smart! There's between two... Oh, fuck's sake. He's a greater captain. Not for long. Not for long, it's not. We fucking missed! I'm able to, like, let this guy out. Oh my god, I punched him! I punched him to freedom! Purple blotches are breaking out on the backs of your hands. What if we pop them in someone's mouth? Did you hear that noise? Did you hear that noise? It sounded like a fucking cow. I've never been more terrified of a fucking cow before. Hang on. What fucking debt? Alright, they saved me, because that's the pirate code, or the code of the sea. But, excuse me, Captain Morgan said he, not me, he owed a debt to my father. So surely, he now owes the debt to me, being my father's heir. Why am I suddenly paying off a fucking debt? This is bullshit. I didn't sign up for this. This is piracy, is what this is. Luckily, he broke the neck of the other child. That is lucky. Oh, and death! We've went through the door into death!
Like a pig. I'm a robot.
Yeah, you're a robot. That's why I married her. Hello, there's a bucket here. Can we shit in the bucket? Can we shit in the bucket? I'm pressing all these buttons. What's the shit button? What's the shit button? It's not rigged, guys. It's not rigged. Don't play with fireworks. He's pointing it at me. Let's go to the end of this corridor first and see what's up here. Oh! Secret trapdoor. What's down there? What's down there? Sex dungeon. Sex dungeon's down there. That's where we're going. Oh no, it's dark again. It's dark again. It's dark again. I don't know why I put my hands in front of my face. Oh, it's all red again. Play with a little kid and his big balls, are we? Is that what we're doing? That's what we've come to? What if there's a spooky person in the toilet? I suppose I'm in the right place if I'm going to shit myself. So what did we get? We got a B for Bravo! B for best score ever. That's what the B is. You can't get higher than a B. Did we do it? I think we just killed an old lady. It looks like a big shit. It looks... This is what I was so excited about, that they were finally going to build a monument, and they've just done a huge turd. Is that what you think of me? We're going to kill him, and then we'll bury the body. We've already got the shovel out. We've only got one of those grenades left, and there's only one of these dudes. There's only two of these dudes. Alright, we're using the grenade. Perhaps this will lessen the sting. What is it? Third Age Iron Mordor Battle Axe. How's that going to lessen the sting, giving me an enemy's weapon, just rubbing it in? This is the weapon that killed your mum. You can have it, though. You can have it, though. It's sentimental. It's got her blood on it. It's got her blood on it. It's still warm. There we go. Some kid's going to find that in the morning. Some kid's going to find that in the morning and be scarred for life. Go back to work. Oh, hello. Fucking hell. Oh, my God. I want to get them out.
Come on. You can make that jump.
I know I can make that jump. I'm collecting the fucking studs, mate. Oh, I can't make the jump.
I wonder what the Kingpin had hidden in his closets.
Butt plugs. Butt plugs in the closet, obviously. diamond encrusted ones, because he can afford them.
I don't even like your fringe. Don't like it. Hate it. Hate it. And this kid can't be mine. She hasn't got my eyebrows. She ain't got my eyebrows. She's like, nobody's got eyebrows like you. They're an abomination. I hate your eyebrows. You told me you loved my eyebrows. You said they were sexy. I would have said anything. You've got a big cock and I wanted it. Ooh, Tiffany, you slag.
Hang on, can we shoot this, like, on her? Hey, Ashley. Oh my god, it hurt her. I don't know what I thought would happen. Would I toss a dwarf? I'd toss anyone for the right price. I would toss anyone for the right price. Jolly, thank you very, very much, my friend, for the resub. You're a very good egg. I hope you're doing well. We should have some music here. There we go. That's a bit better. There we go. We've got fantasy oldie worldy tavern music. We're back. We've had a couple of weeks off. I wasn't feeling very well. Tonight we're playing. Fuck. What are we playing? Do we even have a? We've got a cover. We're playing Beneath Nightmare Castle. We're gonna try it. I think it's going to be quite hard. I think it's going to be quite difficult because we don't start with much gear. We don't have much gear. We have, with the cover's in the way, but we've got our sword, we've got our armor, we've got our backpack to put stuff in. But we don't start with any provisions or any potions or any money. And we've got another stat. We've got a new stat to keep track of, which is the little brain just above our sword. We've got our willpower stat. And let's see. Let me tell you what it says about that. It works the same way as luck, so we have to roll dice and do a check on it. But if we ever drop below 6 points on our willpower, we lose our grip on sanity, and the adventure will be over. This looks like a fun adventure. Do you know what looks to be a really, really fun adventure? Is, shameless plug, this book here, The Secret of Dragon's Blood. It's released on Monday next week. It's the second of my game books, following the massively successful Terror of the Ice Pirates. So look, there's books 1 and 2 together. This is released on Monday. That will be a fantastic adventure. You're just having a bath, thinking of you. Well, now I'm thinking of you in the bath. But perhaps this weekend we might do a special book launch stream and have a bit of a read through these books. Or maybe not, I don't know. Haven't decided. Hello Roy, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. We're going to play Beneath Nightmare Castle. It'll be a lovely Christmas read. Oh, well, do you know what? Wait for a sale. Buy it on Kindle. Oh, look, there it is. We'll have to change that next week to get the other new book, the second book in there. I'm doing very good. I wouldn't say I'm doing swell. I don't know how you can top that, but I'm doing all right. Doing average. We're going to start Beneath Nightmare Castle. Let's read the back. Find out what we are in for. In this book, you find yourself in Newburgh, once a pleasant town in Cool, but now home to the vile monsters begotten of warped sorcery. An age-old horror has been reawoken deep beneath the keep, and it's up to you to face it and free the town and your friend, Baron Tholdur, from evil enchantment. But beware! Deep underground lie hideous traps and terrors waiting to ensnare you. Will you succeed? Only if you are the resourceful hero you claim to be. I never made any such claims. I never did. Somebody's been bad-mouthing me, or good-mouthing me, I suppose. They've been bigging me up, but they shouldn't have. So this book, this is quite an old one. This one is, let's see, first published in 1987. So I was just a little wee babby. I wasn't even reading when this book came out. But let's start. Let's begin. So we've got our opening stuff, the sword and the armor, and that's it. That's all we've got to go on right now. And apparently in this one, should we find any, we can only eat provisions when prompted to. So we're going to have to real watch out for our health. But remember, we revamped our combat in this, so that we're not going to bother rolling dice
we've got like 16 different butons set up here to take into account the difference between my skill and the enemy's skill. And then we just press the button one time and it will say win or lose. So we won't need to bother comparing scores. That's taken into account in the frequencies of wins and loses within each of the butons you press. So obviously if I outskill, there'll be more wins available in the roll, and if they outskill me, there'll be more loses. So it's still pretty fair, but we don't need to do any maths. We'll keep the flow going, I think, hopefully. So let's see. Getting started. We've already done our scores. We've maxed them out. So skill 12, stamina 24, luck 12, and willpower 12. And here we are. Background, introduction, captured. Well, that's not a good start, is it? Netted, strung up, and helpless. You curse yourself for an inattentive fool. So much for the peace and quiet of civilization. It was daydreaming about the comforts of home that got you into this mess. But even the hardiest adventurer can tire of life in the wilderness and begin to yearn for a soft bed, and it was difficult to think of anything else as you trudged to the summit of the last of the foothills and glimpsed the town of Newburgh basking in the afternoon sun. You know Newburgh, of course we all know Newburgh. You've been here once before. It's not a large settlement, but you remember it as peaceful and prosperous. The black battlements of the keep of Newburgh seem to loom threateningly over the little town, but Baron Tholdur, the Margrave of Newburgh Keep, is an old friend of yours. What's a Margrave? I mean, obviously Baron Tholdur is a Margrave, but what is a Margrave? Is it like a lordship or something? Anyway, Baron Tholdur is an old friend of mine. He's more than a friend, is he? Is he a lover? No. In fact, he is a comrade in arms. The two of you fought side by side at the Battle of Helm Hill, a renowned victory which has so far prevented any further incursions by the southerners of the steppes. Oh, alright, we've got a bit of a north-south battle going on here. The north always remembers. You cannot hold the north. You'd been looking forward to seeing the old warrior again, and instead you've let yourself be caught by a band of those very same southern barbarians. Nearing the end of a hard trek down from the mountains, with the rooftops of Newburgh in sight and your head filled with thoughts of a hearty meal, you failed to notice the warning signs. The bushes at the side of the trail rustled, and not quite at the same time as the wind gusted across the hills. Birdsong broke out as you approached a solitary tree, and you should have noticed that it was not entirely like any birdsong you'd heard before. At any other time you would have stopped and looked around before stepping under that overhanging branch. It was such an obvious place for a trap. It's a medieval title for the military commander. Thanks Roy. And then the ground gave way beneath your feet. Voices shouted in an unfamiliar tongue. You struggled but could hardly move, and here you are. It's dark. You're in a pit. The ropes about you are pulled tighter. You move upwards, out into the light. You're in a net, hanging from a branch, and you're surrounded by silent swordsmen swathed in flowing robes. As you spin slowly, their glittering eyes and gleaming blades seem to circle you. You glimpse the lowering shape of Newburgh Keep, and then something very heavy hits the back of your head. Pain, flashing lights. You lose all consciousness. Right, now we begin. Section 1. You wake. A particularly insistent dwarf blacksmith seems to be using your head as an anvil. What a cunt. Your hands... Well, it's not a kid-friendly stream, obviously. Your hands and feet are tightly bound, and a blindfold covers your eyes. You cannot move, you cannot see, and you can only hear distant, indistinct sounds. Time passes. The pain in your head subsides to a dull throb. Nothing else happens. Then you hear a voice, an urgent whisper. My friend, hush, say nothing. I have a sharp knife, but I dare not stay long. I cannot enter through this small space. You must pull yourself a little to your right, and I will sever your bonds. Hurry! Do you trust this unknown voice and shuffle nearer in the hope that your ropes will be cut? Or do we reject the offer for help? Well, I think we'd be shit out of luck, and it'll be a very short adventure if we don't do anything. So I think we should try and shuffle ourselves closer to the whispering voice and get ourselves cut free. 331. 331. You shuffle awkwardly to the right, encouraged by the mysterious voice. That's right, my friend. That's right. Just a little further now. But please hurry. I dare not be found here. I'm in mortal fear of my life. But perhaps you are the one we're expecting, and I cannot let those southerners take you. That's it. That's it. I have your ropes now. And you feel the bonds falling from your wrists. Oh, lucky us. You tear off your blindfold and wrench the ropes from your ankles. You're in a cellar. A little light enters from an open door at the top of a steep flight of narrow stairs. Of your rescuer, there's no sign. There appears to be no other door. Do you want to search the cellar, or will you escape up the staircase? Well, we should have a bit of a look around first, shouldn't we? And let's search around. I mean, surely, if we dally too long, the voice will say, "Come on, get a move on," or he'll say, "Quick, come on, up the stairs." He should guide us a little bit. The cellar contains little except for the straw on the floor and several broken boxes. You search for some time, but find no secret doors and no weapons. You're still on your hands and knees, sorting through the straw when you hear the sound of approaching footsteps. Uh-oh. 6 robed figures march down the steps. They are amused to find you untied, and enjoy chasing you around the cellar. You have no weapon, and in spite of all your struggles, you're doomed to lose this unequal fight. The swordsmen want to capture you alive, it seems, and they bludgeon you into unconsciousness. Ow, ow. Not off to a good start. So, the game didn't tell us that we had lost our gear, but shall we assume we're without our sword and our armour right now? Probably. Probably don't have them. Still, we've been bludgeoned into unconsciousness by 6 guys. Oh yeah, well hard, aren't you? With all your mates. Turn to 266. You wake up in a cavernous, vaulted dungeon. You are spread-eagled on a cold stone slab. There are manacles around your limbs and tight straps across your body. All you can do is watch the wildly dancing shadows cast by the light of flaring cressets. Cressets? I've never come across that before. I assume it's some sort of torch light source or something. Eventually, your solitary confinement ends. A crowd of silent, barely human forms enter the chamber. I don't like where this is going. Their hideous deformities are so repellent that you cry out in disgust. Ugh. That bit wasn't in the book, that was me improvising. It went well. Ugh. They are carrying a selection of very sharp knives. Oh no. They kill you slowly and take ecstatic pleasure in your agonized writhings. You go completely insane before you die. Oh my god, that is like the shortest we've ever done in one of these books. We've lasted about 5 minutes. Dead already. Dead already. Fuck me. We only read like 4 sections. Dead already. Okay, we're gonna rewind. So, we'll still have the guy cut our ropes, I think, and we'll go for the stairs instead. And now, I don't think we can't keep doing do-overs though. But still, fucking hell, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? You'd think they'd beat me up and then I'd get like another chance to escape, but no, straight away, it's like no. Like, who wrote this? Who wrote this? This one was Peter Darville Evans. What a piece of shit. Get good. Oh, no, that's never going to happen. That's never. I tell you what hasn't got unfair deaths in it is this one, Terror of the Ice Pirate, written by yours truly. This one at least tells you, it gives you not so subtle clues that if you're about to make a very bad decision that ends up dying, it's because you've chosen it. And more so, this follow-up book released on Monday, this one also doesn't have unfair deaths in it. So, let's do those 2 books instead of this one. 1987. Fuck off. Anyway, let's. The man is going to cut our bonds. We rewound time, and instead of searching the cellar, we are going to escape up the staircase. 215. Did you like the little the riffle of the pages ASMR? Look. It's nice, right? It's nice. So you wouldn't get that on a Kindle. Well, those books are also available on Kindle, by the way, guys. $2.99 on Kindle. Much better value. You emerge into a circular stone room. There are no guards, and your sword and pack are lying on the floor. Yes, you collect them, and then peer through the slits that pierce the thick wall. You realise that you're in the ground floor room of one of the towers of Newburgh's East Gate. One of the slits gives you a clear view west along the main street leading to the centre of town. The sun has set behind the buildings, but the whole scene is lit by a beautiful red sky. Everything is very peaceful. I should try a face-down camera. A face-down camera? Oh, what you mean, like looking at the overhead, looking at the book? Is that what you mean? Where are we? Everything is very peaceful. Too peaceful. You don't need to see the pages. I need to see the pages. Look, this is story time with Rusty. So you should be tucked up with your slippers on, in your onesie, sipping your hot cocoa, and this is your bedtime story. Okay? And when there's pictures, I'll show you pictures. Look here, there you go. If you need, there's a lovely picture. It's the same one as we've got behind us. Oh, it's not actually behind me. Haven't really got a huge, I don't know what she is, vampire lady behind me. Imagine if I did though, and like everyone's like, he's behind you, she's behind you. Oh, shut up, you pantomime. The streets are almost deserted. There are no shouts from the riverside wharves, no priests chanting in the temples, no dogs snuffling in the piles of refuse, and no revellers stumbling from the inns. The silence is eerie. You're determined to investigate, but first you must escape from this gatehouse. The one door is of solid oak, banded with iron, and is locked from the outside. You'll have to try and force it open. Add together your skill and stamina scores. Roll one die 8 times, fuck me, and add the results together. Alright, if the total is less than your combined skill and stamina, turn to 399. So my combined skill and stamina is 36. And I have to roll a die 8 times. What's 8 sixes? What's 8 sixes? 48? Yeah. So it is possible I could roll higher then than my, what did I say, 36. All right. I wasn't expecting to be rolling many dice today, but anyway, we'll roll 8. So that's 6. That takes us to 8. That's number 2. Number 3 takes us to 13. Number 4 takes us to 19. Number 5 takes us to 22. Number 6, 23. Number 7, 28. Number 8, what was it on? 30. I was on 28, so 34. Oh my god, so wait, we're equal then. No, because I'm 36, so we're less. If the total is less, turn to 399. Alright. Don't die. Don't be another instant death. 399. We're writing it right at the back. You attack the door with your shoulder and your sword. That's right, we've got double-pronged attack going on here. Suddenly, it opens. You stagger through the doorway and slump to the dusty ground to catch your breath in the shadow of the dilapidated tower. You realise that your captors could return at any moment, and you decide to try and find shelter in the town. Picking yourself up, you head straight for the Southern Star Tavern, which you remember as a large, hospitable establishment in a prominent position in the market square. Turn to 119. As you head west to the market square, you notice that the few householders you can see are hastily barring their doors and shuttering their windows. When you reach the Southern Star Tavern, it appears to be closed. Pounding on the boards with the pommel of your sword brings the innkeeper to the door. It's easy to rent a room, as there are no other guests. You eat a solitary meal by the light of the candle in the gloom of the inn's shuttered common room. Recover up to 4 points of stamina if you've lost any so far. I have not. But also, I have no gold. It says it is easy to rent a room. Well, it's not though, if you've got no money. So we'll maybe we're opening up a tab, or we'll settle up when we leave. I don't know. We're going to gloss over it though. We haven't lost the game just because we can't afford a room and a meal. You decide to ask the innkeeper what is going on in Newburgh. You have to choose whether you will reveal your past association with Baron Tholdur, or whether you will keep this information to yourself. I don't think there's any reason to hide it, is there? I'm going to reveal my past association with the Baron. You know Baron Tholdur. Any friend of our Margrave is welcome here. You must try a glass of our very special Newburgh brandy. No? Perhaps you've experienced it before. But wait! The innkeeper looks at you sharply. How can I be sure you're not trying to trick me? You say you were at Helm Hill, but that battle is common knowledge. Can you prove you know Baron Tholdur? Concealed in your belt, you keep a bejeweled gold ring inscribed with a comradely message from the Margrave. It would prove that you know him, but it is immensely valuable and would tempt all but the most honest of men. If you want to show it to the innkeeper, turn to 343. If you'd rather drop the subject, no, fuck it, this guy's calling me a liar. Fuck this, I'm going to show him the ring, and if he tries anything, I'll stab him. I'll stab him dead. 343. A pretty gift indeed. The Margrave plainly thinks highly of you. The innkeeper's hearty manner disappears, and he addresses you earnestly. It's clear you are a mighty warrior. I beg you, in memory of your friendship with Baron Tholdur, to rid this town of evil. Why our Margrave does not help us, I cannot guess. No doubt he has good reason. We are afraid of strangers these days. The Baron returned from his last trip south with a retinue of foreign swordsmen. They treat the town as if it belonged to them, but worst of all, people are simply disappearing. And at night, there are things roaming the streets. No one knows what they are, but if anyone wanders outside after nightfall, he never returns home. Sometimes we find pools of blood and the tracks of a large beast. I can offer you little advice. Above all, do not venture outside after dark. Do not even open the shutters in your room. Tomorrow you should seek out old Hugh at the ruined temple to Oiden. Look at all the names they come up with. He's the oldest man in Newburgh. People say he's half mad, but I have found that his words contain much wisdom. Now you should sleep. Remember what I have told you, and please help us if you can. The innkeeper shows you to your room. I mean, I think it's a bit presumptuous of him to be asking me to rescue their town. That's what they have a Margrave for, we've established. It's the Margrave's role. And, he brought back a band of swordsmen from the south. And, fuck those southern swordsmen, because they're the one that just captured me. Was it at the Margrave's behest? Have I pissed him off? Maybe he didn't give me the ring. He was, handing it to me to show it to me, and I've just oh, cheers, mate. He thinks I've stolen a ring from him. I don't know. We'll find out. We're going to turn to 179. We're going to go to our room. You survey your chamber with a cautious eye. It looks clean and comfortable. You search beneath the mattress and behind the door. Nothing. You secure the door with its strong iron bolt. Crossing to the window, you slowly unlatch and push open one of the heavy wooden shutters. No, we're not supposed to do that. The night is completely silent. You step out on a small balcony. It would only be a short jump down to the street, and you could clamber back easily. What will you do next? Do we want to drop to the street and explore the town? Oh no, shit comes out at night. It's like Minecraft. If you'd rather go up the hill to Newburgh Keep, do that, or return to your room, secure the shutters, throw off your cloak and boots, and go to bed. I don't think we should be out exploring, and I also don't think we should go up the hill to the keep because it's nighttime. I think we should go to bed. I hope a death is not close by. We're gonna go to bed. That's what we're here for. We thought we were gonna have a grand adventure tonight. No, we're just reading about me sleeping. That's what we're doing. You wake up. What time is it? It's still dark. No daylight fills the cracks in the shutters. You shudder as you remember. You're dreaming. A terrible nightmare of horrors lurking in dark places deep below the ground. And then, like an echo of your dream, an appalling yelping rends the quiet of the night right outside your window. Silence follows, and then the sound of a cumbersome creature slinking away. You lie awake, but hear nothing more. Eventually, you sleep again. Okay. We're not going to bother even looking out the window. Fuck that. You eat an early breakfast in the common room of the Southern Star. It's a hearty meal, brought to you by the innkeeper's wife. Well, I mean, where was she last night then? Maybe it was her scream piercing the night. And then the cumbersome creature we heard slithering away was her husband rolling off her. I don't know. You regain up to 4 points of stamina if you've been wounded. We haven't. We still haven't been wounded. We haven't had any combat yet. Well, apart from being stabbed to death 5 minutes in, but don't worry about that. After paying the innkeeper, you have 5 gold pieces remaining in your purse. Record this on your adventure sheet. Well, it's good to know we've got gold. I don't know what we started with then, because it didn't say we started with any. So 5 gold. There we go. We've got 5 gold. You return to your room to collect your sword and backpack, and then step out into the market square. The sky is leaden, and the Southern Star's nameboard clatters to and fro in the gusty, drizzly wind. If you decide to go straight to Newburgh Keep, turn to 289. If you want to walk about the town, turn to 137. Shall we head to the keep? Shall we go and see Baron Tholdur? We don't have an appointment, but we've got a special ring. That'll let us in, won't it?
Thank you, matey.
But look at this, 25 months. What a long streak. Thank you very much, and I hope you're doing really, really well. And do you know what? It was my hair is so long. I know I haven't cut it for so long. It was really fluffy today. It looks really fluffy, but normally you can't even tell because it's under a hat. It's under a hat, but not when we read these. We don't wear the hat when we're reading. Sometimes we wear only the hat, actually. Nearly as long as the substreak. I know, man. It's a long streak. And you know, I was reminded of the first time you popped in to the stream the other day, because you came along, I think one October, and we were playing Walking Dead, and I couldn't pronounce your name, so I just called you Dave. Now, clearly, because you've put capital letters in it, you didn't have them before. I don't remember the capital letters originally, but I couldn't figure out how to pronounce it. So Dave it was, and look, here we are 2 years later. 2 years later, reading books and talking about my hair. Nothing ever changes. Anyway, I hope you're doing very, very well. Hope you're doing very, very well. And if you're about, by the way, everyone, on probably Saturday, we're going to do a special book reading stream, because on Monday next week, boom, this book is released. The Secret of Dragon's Blood. It's written by some old guy with tufty hair. But it's a good follow-up to this one, Terror of the Ice Pirate, also written by some old guy with tufty hair. But we'll do a bit of a read through. See if we can survive. See if we can survive my own books. We've done Terror of the Ice Pirate before on stream. We didn't survive, but that's because we let chat make the decisions, and they made very bad decisions. Very, very bad decisions. These are good plugs. Where else am I going to plug it? Well, apart from the ads on Amazon, but they don't start yet. They'll start on Monday. But we'll see. We've sold 50 copies of Ice Pirate, by the way. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad. I wasn't planning on selling any, but there we are. You can have a signed copy. I've got loads of them here. Signed copy will only, like, I don't know, tenner. Is that fair? You know, because then you can use that signature for like forgeries. So you'll get your money back. You'll get your money back just by stealing my identity. God, can you imagine if that video was just a little bit bigger? My hair would have blended perfectly with the hair of that lady behind me. Anyway, let's carry on. We've got sidetracked a bit. The road winds up Castle Hill towards the brooding bulk of Newburgh Keep. The few townspeople you meet shake their heads and avert their eyes. They obviously believe you were either recklessly brave or completely senseless. Are we not supposed to be going here then? The path becomes steeper, the houses are fewer and a little more than stone-fronted caves, and the black towers of the keep's curtain wall loom above you. The path you're on appears to lead directly to the castle's main gatehouse. There's a smaller, overgrown path that leads off to the right. If you want to stay on the main path, turn to 2. If you'd rather take the right-hand trail, no, fuck that. We're bold. We're brazen. You think it should be the cover of the next book? I've already got the cover of the next book, because it's already in progress. And it wouldn't really fit in. That wouldn't really fit in. But maybe, I don't know, maybe book 5, because books 3 and 4 are planned. And book 5 not so much. So we can fit it in somehow. We'll fit it in somehow. What were we doing? We were going straight for the main gate. Straight for the main gate, because we don't care. Newburgh Keep's outermost fortification is a high battlemented wall that surrounds the summit of Castle Hill. The main gate is between two stout square towers. The drawbridge over the dry moat is down, and you cross it. And as you cross it, one of the huge gates grinds open. Will you stride in confidently? Yes, I will. I'm not even gonna. That's how confident I am. I'm not even gonna read the next option. We're striding in confidently. 3, 2, 4. Man, that was quick. Well done. Well done, mate. Test your luck. If you are lucky, we will be lucky. We can't lose a luck roll at the moment because our luck is at max, but we'll reduce it by 1 for the luck test we're not doing anyway. So we are lucky. Turn to 193. I wonder what happens. As you step into the gloomy passage between the towers, you detect a flicker of movement. You spin round and just manage to avoid a thrusting sword. That happens to me a lot in changing rooms as well. You're confronted by one of the robed warriors, and he clearly intends to fight first and ask questions later, if at all. So this is a southern swordsman. He's got a skill of 8 and a stamina of 6. It says here, after 2 rounds of combat, you hear the sounds of many feet charging down the stone stairs. So we can escape, or we can fight all comers. Well, let's see. We're gonna fight. So his skill is 8, ours is 12, so we beat him by 4. So let's see if we... Boom! We win! So we need to win, what, 3 times? Because successful hit, 2 damage. He's got stamina of 6. Let's go again. You lose! Oh no, so we put our health down by 2. That's a shame. Because we don't actually have any provisions or healing potions. Let's go again. You win! We need 1 more. You win! He's dead. Now, do we escape? No. We stay and fight all comers. Unless it turns out to be another death. Can you believe, Dave, we got a death like 5 minutes into this. Like pretty much straight away, we made like 2 choices and then they're dead. Instant dead. It was the quickest we've ever died. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. I've just turned to 99. I feel like maybe we shouldn't have been so confident. We'll read it and then maybe we'll rewind a bit because it seems a bit early to be finishing. Within seconds, you're surrounded by a merciless mob of robed swordsmen. Your body is pierced again and again by their curved blades. Oh god, can you imagine being pierced by a curved one? By the time the swordsmen have finished with you, there isn't even very much left to feed to the strange animals that are penned in the keep's outer baileys. Well, dead. That's 2 deaths. 2 deaths in like half an hour. Well, we'll rewind because I kept my finger in the previous page. So, oh my god, look! After all this time, Rusty's parrot subscription ran out. Well, I'm not buying another one. Not buying another one. So we're going to have to escape. How do we escape? It's in the combat rules, I think. I'm going to have to read.
Thank you, matey.
Oh, thanks, Dave. What a good egg. Combat. How do we escape? We deduct 2 stamina. So we'll have to deduct 2 stamina and say we didn't really fight for all comers and get stabbed. We escaped. So we turn to 347. Let's give a bit of that paper riffling ASMR. That doesn't even do anything. I had a button here, a button, says egg. I pressed it, nothing happened. But you are the best egg. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I miss you guys. We don't get to see you on the screen anymore, and it's a shame. It's a shame. Wasted talent. Wasted talent. Where are we? 3, 4, 7. You have lost 2 points of stamina. We did that. We already took it off. But you have saved your life. A horde of swordsmen charge from the 2 gatehouse towers and chase you along the entrance passage. Fleeing desperately, you emerge into a large courtyard surrounded by high walls. Ahead of you, there's a set of large double doors, one of which is ajar. To your right, there's a small gate in the wall. The gate is closed. To your left is a similar gate, wide open. The soldiers are at your heels. You have to decide immediately which doorway you want to run to. Well, I don't think we need to... If they're chasing us, we don't want to go to a closed gate because we'll be cornered. The double doors, one of them it's ajar. Maybe we can get in and like slam it shut. Or we've got an open gate to our left, but then if it's so open that they could follow us through. I think our best bet is the double doors ahead of us, potentially in the new year. Really, how exciting! Well, like I say, I've had a couple of weeks off. I wasn't feeling very well, but we're still going to be sticking with each Tuesday, or at least trying to, and we're alternating between doing adventure books and adventure games. So we did Until Dawn recently. We killed everyone. That was what we were aiming to do. And then last time we played, we were on Minecraft story mode, which was fun. It was a good bit of a good laugh. Yeah. But we did a really good one a couple of months back, and I saw it by chance in the bookshop, and it was a zombie apocalypse choose your own adventure. There was no combat or stats or anything. It was just make the decisions and read the book. But fuck me, it was hilarious. It was a really, really fun read, and it has like 50 different endings. So we'll definitely do that again one day. That was good times. What were we doing? We were going to the double doors ahead, but keeping our finger in here in case we need to rewind. You race across the courtyard and dive through the gap between the enormous double doors. You're in a quiet inner bailey with the solid shape of the keep itself looming in front of you. Your pursuers are right behind you, but the double doors can be barred from this side. I knew it! With beams the size of tree trunks, if you can close the door in time. You put your shoulder to the door and push. Add together your skill and stamina. Right now it's at 32. Roll one die 8 times. Okay. Let's roll one die 8 times. Roll number 1. It's a 4. Number 2 takes us to 9. Number 3 takes us to 15. Number 4 takes us to 19. Number 5 takes us to 21. Number 6 takes us to 27. Number 7 takes us to 29. And number 8 takes us to 32. I'm glad you've got the same numbers as me, Roy. So, what are we on? We're on 32 as well, aren't we? 12 and 20, that is 32, right? If your total is less than, it's not. So we turn to 72. I have a feeling bad stuff might happen at 72. The door is too heavy. You cannot close it. The swordsmen charge up to the vast doorway, and you make your stand in the gap between the doors. Only one soldier at a time can attack you, and you put up a magnificent struggle. But there are multitudes of the robed warriors, and although you slay a prodigious number of them and create a hillock of corpses on which you stand and fight, they eventually come at you from both sides. The end is inevitable. That's death number 3. Oh my fucking god. Right, so we're going to rewind. We're going to rewind and say that we rolled under our combined score, and we're going to turn to 308. Yeah, this one is really hard. This one is really, because we normally start with like 2 potions, like to heal with. We have like 10 provisions. This one, fuck all. Sword and armor, big whoop. We have that in every book. 5 gold. Didn't even know we had any gold until that was our change. It's bullshit. I'm not happy about this. Anyway, that never happened. We barred the door. I remember it. Mandela effect. The massive door seems to be jammed, but with a final muscle-wrenching heave, you manage to move it. You drop the huge bars into place. When you hear the mass of soldiers crash into the door, you allow yourself a triumphant grin. Yes, we did it. First try. Safe for the moment behind barred doors and stone walls, you survey the inner courtyard. Turn to 212. We can't keep getting away with rewinding though, because fucking hell, in less than an hour, three deaths. Bullshit. Nice. I've switched. This is Cherry Coke Zero. Past few days, been paying real attention, watching what's going in. You know, because we got to lose some of the weight. Got to lose some of the weight, guys. You know, nearly 40. Got to take care of that health. Pepsi is far superior. It used to be, mate. It used to be until they changed the recipe on the sly, sneaky as well. Sneaky. They changed the recipe, reduced the amount of sugar in Pepsi, but still charged that sugar tax price for it. Still got that extra premium on the price, even though per 100 ml it is below the threshold for the sugar tax. Fuck those guys. And the taste is noticeably worse. Just hear this growling. Hello? So, look, with no beard on that one. Doesn't contain Class A substances. Well, this one does. You know, you have to do a bit of DIY mixing at home. But yeah, this one's got all this Class A, B, C, you name it, it's in here. That's why I have to drink it through a straw. You know, it's the fastest way to get that rush. You got to get the hit. But yeah, that clip, that scare, no beard then. I think that must have been after the charity stream in last year's one. Yeah, we shaved the beard after last year's one, didn't we? Because we hit like 1,300 pounds. Who knows what we'll do for next year's one? Maybe we'll have a similar goal. Yeah, I look weird. I don't have a chin. When is the next charity stream? Let me tell you when the next charity stream will be. It will be, I believe, the 22nd or the 29th of February. I'm going to see if either of those days or weeks coincides with school holidays at all, but we'll see. But it will be one of those Thursdays going into the Friday, the 22nd or the 29th of February. We normally do it the last Thursday of February. But yeah, so yeah, already starting planning. It's crept up on us. But we'll see. It's getting harder every year to stay awake. You know, I'm not getting any younger. I'll be 40 when we do the next charity stream. Where were we? You are in the inner bailey of the castle. You already have it. What date did I say then? If it's already for the 29th. All right. Half term is 16th to 26th. Is it? Yeah, we'll see. I'll double check. But one of those Thursdays. You are in the inner bailey of the castle. Behind you are the ramparts of the second defensive wall, and in front of you, across the narrow courtyard, the massive bulk of the keep itself juts out of jagged rocks and towers dizzyingly above you. You seem to be making progress. Somewhere in that ominous edifice of black stone must be not only the Margrave, but also the source of the evil afflicting Newburgh. Is it? Must it have the source of the evil? We've had nothing to indicate the source of the evil is coming from the castle. Well, but we'll find out. We'll see what happens. There is no entrance to the keep on this side. Oh, that's a bit of a pain, isn't it? The slab-like walls are featureless. A deeply rutted track leads away from you, towards the left, between the keep and the surrounding wall. This track must lead to the main entrance, and you have no choice but to follow it. We went to the main entrance before, though, very confidently, and look what happened. First, however, as there are no guards in evidence, you decide to take this opportunity to take a short rest. You sit concealed behind a large buttress, and put your backpack on your knees in order to take stock of its contents. Does it contain a piece of blood lurcher tentacle? Blood? No, it does not. I've never even heard of a blood lurcher. 132. Let's see. If you have any rations, we do not. You can eat 1 meal now. If you have a globe of green glass. We haven't got anything. We've picked up nothing on this adventure. Maybe we should have gone out at night time instead of sleeping through everything. If you have a globe of green glass, you notice that it is still glowing dimly. It begins to shine more brightly when you remove it from the depths of your pack. No, we don't have that. Feeling somewhat refreshed, you shoulder your pack and set off along the well-used track that hugs the rocky base of the Black Keep. As we circle, hang on. I've lost what page I was on. I've lost what page I was on. Hang on, 132. That's what we were on. 132. There we go. It's only because I must have turned 2 pages at once, because as you circle, and then it went into a completely different thing. Nice try. We don't have any jelly beans. Maybe we'll bring that back for the charity stream as like a one-off. But I'm watching my figure, guys. I'm watching my figure. I'm sticking to 1,800 calories. It's been tough. But you know, I meal prepped all my breakfasts, right? They've been really, really good, right? And it's stuff I've never even tried before. I've never tried Greek yogurt before this week, right? But do you want? This is the Rusty Breakfast special right now that I've made. It's been real good. So it's 3 tablespoons of that yogurt with 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 of plain granola, a tablespoon of cut up strawberries, and a tablespoon of blueberries, and mix all that shit up. Man, really good. You gone down 2 dress sizes? Fuck. Can I have your old ones then, if they're too big? Because you know I will. I'll need some new clothes as well then. So we can trade. Mine. All my clothes would probably already fit you though. I imagine. You know, we're rocking the XL t-shirts here, and with the dad bod. You need an XL with a dad bod. As you circle the monumental structure, the track becomes a ramp, climbing through the boulder-strewn foundation rock towards a gatehouse tower perched across a deep ravine. Who doesn't love an XLT? I was wearing the old Rusty t-shirt yesterday. Always wear them. Always in rotation. I need some new. Maybe I need to make some new merch. Because we've got a different Rusty design as well. So everything's different, isn't it? Once through the forbidding gatehouse archway, you find the portcullis raised and the drawbridge over the chasm lowered. There are no guards in sight, and you're now at the main doorway into the keep. At Baron Tholdor's front door. Will you hammer on the enormous door and demand entrance, or will you look for a way to break in surreptitiously? We're going to hammer on the door. It's worked well for us so far, being very brazen and confident. Look, we've been going for almost an hour. We've got our first picture. Here we are. Look at this. Who is this? Let's find out. Several minutes pass before the door opens slowly. 2 figures greet you. A large robed sentry glares at you as he towers over a grey bearded dwarf, presumably one of the Margrave's servants, who looks up at you in some surprise and says merely, "Yes?" If you tell the dwarf merely you would like to see Baron Tholdor, turn to 205. If you add that you're an old friend of the Margrave and are anxious to help him out in his current difficulties, turn to 45. Let's turn to 45. Sizing in, he probably got a new car, got new hair, mental health's doing great. Oh mate, that sounds fantastic. That's really good. I'm really pleased for you, mate. That's really good. Keep it going with that positivity. That's really great, man. What's it like to be happy? The elderly dwarf. I made the choice, by the way. I'm anxious to help him out. I'm saying I'm a friend of the Margrave. I'm name dropping. Name drop bingo. We all know somebody who does that. Just to inflate their own self-importance, they drop names in of other important people. The elderly dwarf studies your face, nods, raises a gnarled finger to his lips, and indicates the sentry with a quick movement of his eyes. "Follow me then," he croaks. This way, if you please. That's right. That's it. Past this southern slow coach. Now you're behind him. So if you turn quickly... That's right. Exactly. That's the way it's done. What? The old dwarf clearly enjoys your skillful attack on the sentry. I didn't know I was attacking the sentry. What? What? I was just... Hang on. Did we turn to the right page? So we were talking to the dwarf on the sentry, which was 311. Turn to 45. That's what I did. No, it hasn't. Right, so look. So I've said to the dwarf, I would like to see the Baron, and I've added that I'm an old friend and I'm anxious to help him out. And now that's turned into me killing old fucking Casper the Friendly Ghost here. Well, the old dwarf clearly enjoys your skillful attack on the sentry that I didn't know we were doing. You have a hand clamped over his face and your sword driven into his back, but he is quiet. He is quiet. He is quiet. He's quiet, but far from dead. The dwarf produces a long knife and calmly forces it into the sentry's chest. Thank you, you tell him, but he's already turned away and is walking off into the shadows, pointing towards a narrow corridor leading away from the hallway. You decide to follow his advice and the corridor. I have no idea what's happened. I've no idea. I thought we would talking our way in, and now we've maybe we blacked out. Maybe we blacked out. We came to, and and we've killed a man, and we're like, oh fuck, what happened? And it turns out that we were the origami killer. Oh no. Turn to 87. Oh, look, we must be going the right way because we've got another picture now. Look, we got another. Who's this? Who's this fella? What was it? 87? Look at this little fella. Who's this? The corridor turns to the left, and as you turn the corner, you hear voices ahead. You advance cautiously and find your way blocked by a jumble of mops, brooms, buckets, boxes of rags, and other household equipment, all of which is covered in dust and cobwebs. Well, that's not very good, is it? If your cleaning stuff's covered in dust and cobwebs, there's no point even having it, is there? Is it Dobby? You pick a path through it and realise that the passage has led you into the back of a storeroom. A tattered curtain hangs across the doorway. You listen to the voices from the other side. An argument is finishing. A harsh, guttural voice states, "You'll do it because I tell you to do it. And if you don't, I'll ball you up for his stew tomorrow." A door slams. You peek around the curtain and see a small gnome. Oh, it's a gnome. That's what it is. This little fucker. It's a gnome. You peek around the curtain and see a small gnome dressed in the uniform of a page standing in a corridor. The uniform of a page? Is that like a... That's like a member of staff or something? Page boy? Standing in a corridor which ends at a large wooden door. With some difficulty, he's holding an enormous tray with an earthenware pot on it, and he looks completely forlorn. Tears trickle down his cheeks. You can attack him. I'll give you something to cry about. Ask him why he's so miserable, or ignore him and set off along the corridor away from the door. Is that not back the way we came? I don't know. Attacking him seems a bit harsh. I think I'll ask him why he's so miserable, and then I'll attack him. Oh fuck me! What a scream! What a scream! VR scares are the worst scares. We're going to ask this little gnome why he's so miserable. 326. Smile, it might never happen. The little gnome hurriedly puts down his tray and backs away as you emerge from behind the curtain. You hold up your hands to show him that you mean him no harm and ask him why he's so unhappy. "It happens every day," he wails. "The Ugbilia's got it in for me." The Ugbilia, that's a fucking mouthful, isn't it? "She's the head cook and she's got a temper like a dragon with indigestion. Every day she picks on me to carry a pot of stew up to Kulgob. He's another orc like Ugbilia, even bigger in fact, and with a worse temper. He stands guard outside the treasury down this corridor." Ooh, we could get more gold. We could rob the place. "He always gives me clout when I take his lunch, and then I get another one from Ugbilia for coming back late. You could do it for me today. Kulgob wouldn't dare to clout you. I'll sit here until you get back." Do we ignore his suggestion and set off along the corridor? Or do we pick up the tray and inspect its contents a little way down the corridor? Shall we... Yeah, we're going in. We're going to cosplay as a gnome right now. I'm living out a dream I've had for so long, to be a little gnome boy. You rest the tray on a ledge and lift the lid from the earthenware pot. Inside, you find a thick steaming meat stew and a wooden spoon. You taste it carefully. You decide that the meat is mutton. It tastes very good. You can now leave the stew on the tray, or you can eat the stew. It will restore up to 4 points of stamina. We need 4 points, so I'm eating the stew. It's been lovely. Well, I say lovely to see you. I see you every time I close my eyes. But lovely to catch up. Lovely to catch up. Really stoked. Things are going so well. And we'll chat soon, man. We'll chat soon. We've eaten this guy's stew. And we're leaving the tray there. Do we have any Orc's Bane? We don't. If we did, we could have poisoned it. Make a note of your decision. Well, the decision is we can't poison it even if we wanted to. So we can leave the tray or carry the tray and pot. We're going to carry the tray and pot. We'll see the... I'll give her a kiss on the left, everything. When we see the orc, we'll twat him in the face with the tray. That's my plan. So we're walking along the corridor with an empty pot that's not poisoned. 267. 267. 267. 267. Ooh! Another picture. Look, this is the guy. This is Kolgob. It has to be. The corridor turns to the left, and from this point on, there are arrow slits on both sides. You are walking inside a wall towards an isolated tower. The corridor ends at a small door, in front of which sits the biggest and ugliest orc you've ever had the misfortune to meet. Actually, as orcs go, he doesn't look that bad. If I'm honest, he looks alright to me. I wouldn't say no. He sees you approach. If you're carrying a tray and pot, we are. Turn to 285. Right, what happens? He kills us because it's empty. Death number 4. The orc scarcely looks at you as you approach with his lunch. He has eyes only for the stew pot. Bring that here, quick, he growls. I'm so hungry I could eat 3 of them. I hope it's hot today. You're now very close to him. If you decide to throw the tray in the pot of the orc and attack him while he's distracted, we do. Turn to 342. That was our plan, to twat him around the face with the tray, and we're going to rob the treasury. I don't think that's our quest, but we're doing it. The orc roars with surprise and anger. He dodges the flying pot and wipes steaming stew from his face. Well, that's a lie, because we ate it. And with one hand, while the other closes around the haft of his battle axe, he rises to his feet and you fight. He's got a skill of 9. Oh my god, his stamina of 13. So we're gonna have to do him like 7 times, unless we use some luck to up our damage. So he's skill 9. So we outskill him by what, 3? Yeah. So plus 3 combat. Let's see. We need what, 7 wins. Boom! Off to a good start. That's 1. Boom! That's 2. That's 3. You lose. Oh no. That's 4. You lose. Oh no. You lose. Oh no. You win. That's 5. 2 more. 2 more. You lose. Oh no. You win. 1 more. 1 more. Unless we use a luck roll. We're not going to use a luck roll. We don't need it. Yeah, he's dead. Of course he's dead. Easy, easy, mate. If you defeat him, as if there was any doubt, you find a key on a ring at his waist. It fits the lock of the small door. You open the door and step through. Turn to 374. You're in a circular room crisscrossed with racks and shelves. It is the Margrave's treasury and it has been ransacked. Boxes have been broken open and scrolls lie all over the floor. You can find no valuables. All the papers are maps, letters, title deeds and records of rent payments. At the side of the room, you find the entrance and exit used by the thieves, a narrow spiral staircase corkscrewing downwards. Nearby is the wooden cover that, when in position, conceals the entrance to the stairway. The only thing of immediate value that has been left in the room is a small barrel bearing a label saying potion. It was left behind presumably only because it's secured to the wall. If you take a swig from the potion barrel, ooh, do we dare? Turn to 98. I think we've got to hope that it's a potion of like healing or something, because we've got nothing. We've got nothing at all.
Thank you, matey.
Jolly, thank you very much, mate. That's very kind of you, buddy. How's your bath? How's your bath? Or have all the bubbles gone? Have all the bubbles gone? We've got nothing. I'm gonna make an educated guess that it's potion of healing, because we could really use some heals. We took quite a battering from Kulgob, the orc. 98 is where we want to go. Unknown to everyone, the Margrave of Newburgh Keep is worried about his expanding waistline and resorts to this potion when feeling particularly overweight. Its effect is to reduce the appetite. In fact, it abolishes feelings of hunger and makes the sight and smell of food repulsive. The effect wears off after a day or two. Oh, fuck me. But for the rest of this adventure, you will not be able to eat any provisions. So even if we find any, we can't even eat them to heal ourselves. Fuck you, game. Who wrote this again? Who wrote this? Peter Darville Evans. What a cunt. Yeah? Sorry, Mum, right? But this guy, it's like we've died 3 times. And the first one was in 5 minutes. And now we can't even eat provisions that, look at our inventory, we don't have. We haven't even picked anything up. We haven't, and we straight up murdered a guy when all we were doing was talking our way into the damn keep. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not happy about this. You descend the spiral staircase. The darkness is oppressive. This book is oppressive. And the circling seems endless. Eventually, you crash into a door, push it open, and emerge dizzily into a dimly lit corridor. You walk towards the brighter end. Turn to 40. You know what isn't bullshit though, right? These books. These books. Terror of the Ice Pirate. Oh, it's a fantastic read, this one, guys. Fantastic. And The Secret of Dragon's Blood. Should I tell you what the USP is of these books, guys? Right? Here's the thing. Some people have asked me. They found an item in Ice Pirate, and they're like, "What do we use it for?" Well, here's the answer: nothing. It has no use at all. You can pick it up, you can find it, you can search for them and find this key item. It doesn't do anything, or does it? And it's the exact same. There's quite a tricky puzzle in book number 2, released on Monday. Put it in your diaries, guys. 13th November, Secret of Dragon's Blood, and there's items in there. Don't do anything. But when book 4 comes out, which is the culmination of the story we've been weaving between all these adventures, they may be able to carry these items over. And you've got little bonus areas for the ones that have explored, that really, really explored, and open up new possibilities and powers. Who knows? I don't. Very excited to get your hands on them. You can get your hands on my plugs, mate. Yeah, so that's the plan. So each book is its own self-contained adventure, but there is an overarching narrative that has been building, and will continue through book 3, and then it all culminates in book 4. All the pieces fall together for the grand finale of this little mini saga. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And what we might do is to actually then do a huge all-in-one book where the adventure just starts at 1 and goes all the way through, and it's just one story, and then you level up, and the enemies will be tougher because obviously you've got 3 books worth of gear and equipment, and you can level up. So that's the plan. I think it's a good plan. I'm going with it. I don't care. I'm doing it for me, not anyone else. Although if you are somebody else and you want to buy that book, do it. Of course, I'm not going to stop you. I get like £2.07 per one of these babies sold. So, boom, that's my retirement right there. Where were we? Although the corridor is deserted, it is now well lit by flaming cressets. There we are, there's that word again. And there are doors on both sides. From behind some of the doors, you hear the voices of southern soldiers, and you tiptoe past. Others are silent, but the few you try to open are locked. You come to a door which has a key protruding from the keyhole. You turn it and open the door. The room is a large prison cell, equipped with shackles and chains and other instruments of restraint, and in its centre is a heavy bench, with leather straps and buckles nailed to the corners and edges. Your attention is fixed on the captives, however. A young man and a young woman dressed in rags, weighed down with chains and secured to iron rings in the wall by the horrific headgear that each of them wears. They are muzzled, and their heads are almost completely enclosed in tight bands of leather and metal. They stare at you but can make no sound. Will you first release the man or the woman? The woman. We're going to release the lady, and then she will fall to her knees and start praising my dick. No, she won't. We can't say that. This is a kids show. No dick praising going on here, but we are still going to save the lady first. Hang on. Right. Alright, we have turned to the right thing. You close the door, find a set of keys on a peg behind it, and set to work unlocking locks and unbuckling buckles. Soon the young woman is free of her chains and of the confining headgear. Not surprisingly, her face is swollen, but she manages to smile as she turns to face you. The smile widens to a grin, and then turns into a yawn. And then her mouth opens wider still. I don't like where this is going. And not one, but 100 writhing tongues emerge. Test your willpower. If you're successful, turn to 3, 2, 1. Fuck me. How do I need to make you drop a weight on your face? What? I didn't do anything. I'm just reading. I'm reading the words as written here. Blame that guy. Blame that guy. I can't even. I'm not even going to keep turning. What are we reading? I'll redeem it. Today we're reading Beneath Nightmare Castle by Peter Darville Evans, who we've established is a cunt. Right. Test your willpower. How do I do that? It works the exact way as luck. Alright, how do we test our luck? We roll 2 die. If the score is equal or less to, we are lucky. Alright, so we will roll 2 die. I mean, our will is at 12 right now anyway, so we don't need to do that. We'll just reduce it by 1. Boop. Reduced. Reduced. So we test our willpower. If you're successful, we had no choice but to be. Turn to 3, 2, 1. She has 100 tongues. She could finish you in like a nanosecond, guys. I mean, you're not really getting your money's worth out of that, are you? But then you're free to go about the rest of your day, I suppose. You run some errands in town. I don't know. Depends on your refractory period, doesn't it? Where will we turn in? 312. Did I say 312? 321. 321. My bad. Not that the story's making much sense to me at the moment anyway. But it would have made less so. You have never been attacked by an opponent quite as unnerving as this young woman, who looks perfectly normal up to her neck, but whose head is folded back at an impossible angle. Oh, it's like that little girl that ran at us in that game, remember? And like her face was just full of teeth. That was horrible. Maybe it's her. A forest of wriggling tongues sprout from her gaping throat. You shudder and prepare to fight. If you have the Talisman of Loth and want to reveal it, I'll reveal my talisman to her. We don't have anything. Look at our stuff. Have we just made every wrong turn possible in this book that we've got nothing to show for our time here, apart from 3 deaths? Otherwise, turn to 1, 2, 8, and then there is it going to be an instant death? Is it going to be an instant death? The young woman has no weapon. The tendrils reaching out of her gaping throat must be for eating with. You try not to think about it and attack. This should be an easy fight. Actually, right, look at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Mutated woman, her skill is only 4. Her skill is only 4. So this should be an easy fight. Right, let's go to combat. Let's go to combat. So we outskill her by a lot. In fact, my thing doesn't even go up as high for how much we outskill her. So we'll just do the maximum one. Her stamina is 7, so we need to hit her 4 times. Boom! 1, we win. Boom! 2, we win. Boom! 3, we win. And last one? Boom! Clean sweep. She's dead. Easy fight. Easy fight. If you win, your only thought is to get out of the room. At least you know now why the 2 creatures were chained and muzzled. You close the door behind you and relock it. Alright. Turn to 79. Fuck, what? Test your luck straight away. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do to this guy? What did I do at the tender age of 3 years old when this book was published? Or maybe 2 years old at the time the guy was actually writing it. What did I do to this guy as a toddler that he decided he was going to fuck me? He was going to fuck me 30 years later. Alright? Test your luck. Fuck you. Right, let's test it. We need... That's fine. We passed. We are lucky. Alright, we'll reduce our score now though. If you're lucky, turn to 56. What's happening? What's happening? Why are we testing it? You are very lucky indeed. The 2 mutated creatures were the victims of a disease magically created by the sorcerer Zakaz. The disease is infectious, but you've not been infected. Fuck me, so we could have had 100 tongue disease. We could have had 100 tongue disease. Fucking hell. Luckily, we're not. We're immune. We masked up before we left. We kept our distance. 228. You follow the corridor a little further and find that it ends at a staircase that spirals downwards into darkness. We've just been down a staircase that spirals downwards, and we went through the door, and there were those prisoners with the disease. Turn to 300. And then it will say something bullshit like, test your shit. Your descent of the stairway is long but uneventful. You emerge at the end of a wide corridor where several other dark flights of steps descend to the same point. Ahead of you, the corridor is a little less dim, since it's illuminated by occasional cressets on the stone walls. You walk along the corridor. It bends to the left. Do you know, I think that was his word of the day on his toilet paper that day when he wrote this. Cressets. He was about to wipe his ass. He was like, oh, what's the word of the day today on my toilet paper? Cressets. He puts it in at every opportunity, because nobody ever in the history of anything has ever said this word. Piece of shit. Anyway, you walk along the corridor. It bends to the left, then straightens again, and you see that ahead of you it forks into 2 passages of similar sizes. You draw closer and peer along each one. The left-hand passage is featureless, apart from the double doors that you can just make out at its far end. The doors appear to be open, light is streaming out, and you think that you can see a table laden with coloured objects. Perhaps food? That could be... We can't even eat it! We can't even eat it because we drank the fucking bullshit potion! Oh. In the room beyond. Perhaps food in the room beyond. Sorry, I got sidetracked by complaining. The right-hand passage is equally featureless and equally long. It too terminates in a pair of doors, which are closed. 2 robed warriors stand on guard. Well, there's no point in us going to the food one, if it is indeed food, because we can't eat it. So we are going to go to the passage on the right. Fuck me. Get killed by 2 guards. The corridor has many natural recesses in its rock walls. You're able to get quite close to the guards outside the double doors by flitting from cover to cover. However, you're unable to gain much more information. The guards look bored and impatient, but reasonably alert, and you have no way of telling whether there may be more soldiers beyond the doors. It would be impossible to rush the guards and dispose of them before they could raise the alarm. You can think of only 4 courses of action. Only 4. If you decide to emerge from hiding and charge the guardsmen, we've just said it would be impossible to rush them. If you want to march up to them, claim to be acting on instructions from the Margrave. Oh my god, we could do that. If you prefer to slip away, no. Or the last one is explored. No, we're going to go up there confident, because we've been acting confident our whole time here. We're going to walk up here, pretend to be their boss, tell them we've got new orders. 346. I'm your fucking boss. New orders from the Margrave, you shout as you approach. You are to report to your commander immediately. I will take over here. The Southern Swordsmen have difficulty understanding you. Fuck, because they speak another language. I don't speak Southern. I don't understand Southern. Oh, fuck. They appear suspicious and confused. One of them watches you while the other knocks on the doors. After some time, one of the doors opens a fraction, and a small figure in a red robe peers through the crack and carries on a whispered conversation with the guards. The door closes, and the guard beckons to his comrade, and without another word, they march away. Am I winning? No, Dongle, I'm not. Hello, by the way. I hope you're doing fantastic. We've died 3 times in this book so far tonight. This is Beneath Nightmare Castle, and it's proving to be very difficult and very bullshit. I'm curious as to what's going on now. I think they're onto me, but they've walked away and left their post anyway. Somewhat astounded, you are left standing outside the closed double doors. Turn to 391. You've been better. Oh, well, Joe, I hope you get better. You know, good times are always just over the horizon. So, never give up hope. Never give up hope. But you know, I hope on the whole, you're doing good. Where are we? Some time passes, and then one of the doors begins to... So we've just been stood outside this door in an empty corridor for ages now. And then one of the doors begins to open. You ready your weapon, but standing in the doorway is an unarmed serving maiden who recoils on seeing your aggressive stance. In a hesitant, southern accented voice, she murmurs, "My name is Senya. The Margrave's chief advisor has been expecting you and is anxious to meet you. Please follow me to the reception room." With a jingle of jewellery and a flurry of fragrant silks, she turns. You follow. In a small anteroom, 2 other serving girls smile at you as you pass. There are doors to the left and right. You follow Senya through the right-hand doorway and into a luxurious chamber. Senya gently pushes you into a comfortable chair and kneels before you. Oh my god. Oh my god. We were saying this is what we thought was going to happen in the prison cell. And now she's kneeling before me. She's wearing a silver necklace from which hangs a magnificent ruby pendant. "You are very tired," she says sympathetically. "You need to relax. Stay here for a while. You don't need to move. If you're holding the Trident of Skarlos, we're not holding anything. Need I remind you? We've got fuck all, but I think we're about to get a blowy. For the first time in one of these books, I think we're about to get a blowy. We're not holding the Trident of Skarlos, though. But if she plays her cards right, she could be holding my Trident any moment now. And let's hope she is infected. Yeah. Let's turn to 174. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? It is true that you feel very tired. You deserve a rest. The chair is wonderfully comfortable. Senya has a deliciously soothing voice and a gentle smile. You cannot take your eyes off the magnificent red jewels shimmering at her neck. Nothing seems important except that you should stay here and relax. You're not alarmed when the arms and legs of the chair mould themselves around your limbs. It feels even more comfortable. You die slowly and peacefully, unaware that Senya is no serving girl, but the wizard Senyakagz. There's a lot of consonants all in a row in that name, and I'm not sure I said it right at all. A mistress of illusion. You're not sitting in a chair. You're being engulfed by a Vlodblad, a hideous creation of the resurrected evil sorcerer in the depths. The Vlodblad surrounds you and drains your stamina, while you remain hypnotized by Senyakaz's flickering ruby. Four times we died in this book, and we picked up nothing. We didn't even get the option to pick up anything. We must have made all the wrong turns. I think this must be one of those books where there is one right way, and every other way is just a fuck you. That's the only thing I can think. This has got to be one of those ones where there is just one solution, and if you veer from that, then fuck it. Oh my god, we couldn't make this a drinking game. This one, Beneath Nightmare Castle, very difficult, very, very difficult. But I think the choices we had, I don't think it was necessarily like obvious what the the correct way to go was. Like the very first one we had, do you let the guy cut you free, or do you stay tied up, blindfolded, whatever? We did that, but then after that, do you search the room or do you leave the stairs? Well, I mean, we're always going to search a room, but that was the bad choice, because then we get beaten unconscious by 6 guys, and then the next passage just dead straight away. Yeah, and that was 2 choices, dead. So I don't know. You know what's not hard though is these books. These books, Terror of the Ice Pirate, available now in paperback and Kindle. Hardcover's on its way, and then released on Monday, the follow-up. This is the Secret of Dragon's Blood, and it's actually pretty fantastic. We've got some real nice illustrations in this one as well. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but well, shall we show you? Look at this hideous troll! Oh god! These are easy ones though. That's what I'm saying. There's no bullshit and unfairness in my books. It's like I've written them just for me. Very smooth transition, wasn't it? Well, I haven't got it in me to restart this book or rewind. But if you're at a loose end this Saturday, it might be a little earlier in the evening or a little later in the afternoon, because this book is released on Monday. We'll do a special stream. We'll read through Terror of the Ice Pirate, see if we can finish it, and then we'll move on. We'll have a little preview of the Secret of Dragon's Blood. That's the plan. Otherwise, we'll be back on Tuesday with another adventure, and I'm thinking we might try Blood of the Zombies, which I think was released for Fighting Fantasy's 30th anniversary, which is what, like 11, maybe 12 years ago now, because it's had its 40th anniversary as well, so that's been and gone. So yeah, I think we'll try Blood of the Zombies next time. So if you're around, I'll be about some point Saturday, and then again on Tuesday. But it's been lovely hanging out, guys. Thanks for sticking with me while I took my last dying breaths on those 4 occasions. I feel like I want to try that book again, but I don't think we'd try it on stream. I'm going to try it offline, and we'll see how we get on. But take care all, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all again soon. I'm not going to burn it. I'm not going to burn it. I might spit on it and stab it a little bit, but I do want to read it again. But take care, friends, and I'll see you next time.